Hey guys, as a first video in 2023 I decided to record something personal, and I would really love to know if it's something you would be interested in the future. I'm planning to review the whole 2022 for me and set my goals for 2023. I will update next year in January which of my goals were successful, which are not. But who knows, maybe it inspires some of you to take action, or maybe the opposite, you will realize how you don't need anything more and you kind of enjoying your life. Let's cut to the chase. First of all, at the start of the year my plans were completely different for 2022. I actually planned to quit my job in March. I already agreed with my company, we already settled all the details. We were planning to fly to Latin America for a year with my wife, and we were planning to work full-time on our projects and YouTube. Well, that didn't happen because really sad events happens in February. You probably know, but the war in Ukraine started and we started to re-evaluating our plans for the future and where we'll see ourselves. First weeks were of course horrible. I think it took me 3 to 4 weeks to start at least getting back on the track, at least getting back to work and do some stuff, because before that it's just doom scrolling of the news, worrying for the friends, just blowing your mind with all the events that was happening and your home country was involved. Thank God to the company we work for. They were really supportive, they were really understanding. We took a few weeks off the work, I think, but more later they even suggested to move us to Netherlands. We were staying in Georgia back then. You probably seen some of my videos from Georgia, and yeah, we started thinking about this. And actually it was a really good idea, because moving to South America was already not on the table, because the situation at first were really unstable and we didn't know what to expect. It could have been like in 1 month our passport would have been completely not working anywhere, because you know, when it all started it was really chaotic and you didn't know what sanctions will be imposed for Russian citizens. We were really worried that we don't have any documents and we definitely don't want to go back to our country. So our company suggested to move us to Netherlands, and of course when you moving here officially you get a new documents, you get a residency card, and of course it's much more reassuring than just traveling the world with a passport that could just turn into the trash at some point. We started collecting documents and it's been quite a busy process, although I should say that Dutch government is quite efficient, so everything was quite smooth, but still you have to spend some time to prepare some documents, to apply for a visa, to get this visa, to get all the stuff together, change your plans, etc, etc. And that took some time, and of course, as you understand, we both didn't quit our jobs, we stayed and we extended our contracts. And moreover, when we moved to Netherlands we had to switch from freelancing, because before that we were mostly like billing by hours, freelancing style type of work. We switched to working full-time. Not really full-time for me, because I work 4 days a week instead of 5, but still it's 8 hours per day, 4 times a week. So kind of totally different approach, and it gets some time to get used to it, to build your schedule around this, to build the time to make some videos, and also I have other projects as well. We moved to the Netherlands somewhere in July, August. That was the half of the year already. It was basically, it was like this. Yeah, I was constantly busy with documents and figuring out, and after we moved we of course had to find an apartment, and it's not that easy process in the European countries, especially with current housing crisis, plus working full-time. So I didn't put so much attention as I would wanted to my projects, to this YouTube channel, to my SaaS projects. My main SaaS projects were completely abandoned last year. I tried to put some videos on YouTube, but it was really inconsistent. But overall, I'm quite happy with the outcome, because we didn't know if we like it here in the Netherlands. We didn't know if we found our new home here, but turns out we did, and we're really enjoying living here, and it absolutely worth all the hustle, all the time we sacrificed to move here. So in August we already found an apartment and we furnished it. It takes like another month or maybe a little bit more. After like September, October, I finally started getting back to my projects. I started working more consistently, figuring out my schedule around the day and how I prioritize different stuff. So the end of the year, if you're following my channel, you probably noticed I started putting out some videos. This was great to finally find some stability, and this is what all last year were about, basically. To find some stability in this chaotic and crazy world with the events and especially the war in Ukraine. Sadly, it's still going and I'm still worried every day, but you have to continue to live your life. In terms of travel, we actually traveled quite a lot, I think, considering the year, and we visited 7 countries, but most of the time, of course, we spent half of the year in Georgia, half of the year in the Netherlands. To sum up, it was quite a crazy year, and I hope it was the last crazy year we'll see in the future, but also it kind of has a really bright side in terms of finding a new home, finding my life in the Netherlands. So yeah, that was quite amazing side of the 2022. But now for the goals for 2023, I actually want to make this year as boring as possible. I know it sounds weird, but after almost 5 years of traveling all the time, 5 years changing the countries, a lot of planes, a lot of Airbnbs, a lot of weird events like COVID and war in Ukraine, I kind of feel exhausted mentally especially, and I want to take a break and just relax, work on my projects, focus on them, and just find the fulfillment in this and not in the crazy jumping and different events. So this goal for my year is make it as boring as possible. Also, in the past I was jumping from project to project a lot of times and it doesn't give you any results. I decided for this year I want to focus on a couple of things and just spend the whole year working on them and reevaluate at the end of the year. The biggest 2 focuses will be YouTube, this channel, and my other channel in Russian, and also my SaaS project. So this is 2 my main focuses. I'm not sure if you know, but I've been working for a while on the project called Taco Digest. It's basically an app for creating your customizable newsletters for yourself, news digest you can say, from different sources across the web, from social media, from RSS and blogs, etc. So you kind of create a personalized news digest and you have all the information you need for the day in the one nice email. I'm planning to work on this project for the next 3 months, so until the end of March. We'll see where it brings me with the project. In terms of revenue, it's working or not, because so far it wasn't really successful, but I have many ideas how to improve it and also to do some marketing. I have 2 more projects that I'm planning to do. It's also going to be a SaaS project, but one related to video games industry and one related actually to YouTube. I'm planning to spend 3 months for each of them, so it's making total 9 months for my SaaS projects. And also for other 3 months, I'm planning to spend 1 month fully dedicated to YouTube. All this free time I'm going to be spending on making YouTube videos, and probably 1 month making a blog, because I have a blog but I wasn't paying too much attention, so spent the months basically writing. And YouTube will be across the whole year as well. So basically this way I hope I only have 2 active projects at any point during the year. I'm really curious if I will stay on this focus or start jumping and experimenting a little bit again, because I have this issue and I'm working on it. So let's see how it works out. My perfect goal for the year would be to make around 300 euro per month from my SaaS projects, mostly from subscriptions, and around 200 euro per month from YouTube, from all the sources, from ads, memberships, from whatever around YouTube exists, like maybe Patreon, Buy Me Coffee, etc, etc. So from all the sources, I hope at the end of the year I will manage to make it 200 euro, so making it in total 500 euro per month at the end of the year. It's quite an ambitious goal, but also it's kind of like perfect goal for me. If it's gonna be lower, it's totally fine as well. So if you want to help on this journey, of course, you know all the links below. I have a Patreon and Buy Me Coffee. You can subscribe, you can help the channel a lot. Another thing I want to really focus this year is health, because I wasn't paying too much attention to my health during our travels. It was quite hard, so I want to exercise 2 times per week. It's gonna be either running or cycling. I find this the most enjoyable type of training for me. Also another small goal, because I missed it last year, to run a half marathon marathon in Amsterdam. Unfortunately, I got COVID last year during the marathon, so I had to postpone it next year. So hopefully this year I will participate. The perfect goal from all of that would be to losing 10 kilograms of weight, because I feel I have an overweight and my normal weight should be 10 kilograms less. Another big goal for this year, we already decided we want to stay in Netherlands for at least the next 5 years, so we're planning to buy a house. It does mean we need to save some money in cash, because most of our money are in investments. We need some cash for different fees, for brokerage, for bidding on the house, etc. I will probably make some videos about buying a house in Netherlands in this year when we start the process. Another thing, in terms of finances, I would love to save some money for the year of expenses in cash. As I said, everything is an investment, and I really wanted to make this financial pillow for the year of expenses, just in case I decided to jump full time in my projects or for some different unexpected events. This is it from the main goals. Let me know if it's too much, too less, and of course, what are your goals for this year? I would be really interested. Maybe we can even read them next year and see how many people achieved something. And of course, I will also shoot a video how my goals work out for the year. It would be nice to make it annual tradition. Also, from like small optional goals, I have in mind learning Dutch. I'm doing it via Duolingo, but maybe I will find the time taking a Dutch classes. But if not, it's totally fine. I can start on this a bit later. And also reading, I have these goals like every year, read around 20 books. Also, I don't feel bad about it if I don't, because it's kind of like optional goals. In terms of social media, I will be active on Twitter and Instagram, and not planning to expand on any other social media this year. Follow me there, and you can find all the links in the description. I hope this video were interesting. If it's something you're looking forward at the end of the year or not, and don't forget to post your goals in the comments section below. See you quite soon in the next video. Bye bye.